Hello students, welcome back to our YouTube channel Google Baba. Today we are going to learn how to find trigonometric ratios and their values with the help of our fingers of our hand. Now I will show you this hand, left hand. Now here this thumb, forefinger, middle finger, ring finger and little finger. I have written the degrees means 0 degree on this thumb, then here 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. Now step by step I will tell you how to find the values of trigonometric ratios like sine, cos, then tan, cosec, sec and cot step by step here. Now when we find values of sine 0, sine 30, 45 etc., then look here carefully, we count fingers anti-clockwise this way. Now first I will show you here sine 0 degree. In this sine 0 degree, now thumb I have written here 0 degree. Now I said we go anti-clockwise. For this 0 degree, here thumb, then this left side means anti-clockwise, here left side there is no any finger after thumb. So there is no any finger means 0 fingers. So we write here 0 upon 4. Always write denominator 4 because here look here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we have taken first angle 0 degree. So remaining 4. So we write denominator 4. Now first of all 0 upon 4 means 0. Therefore, when we take square root of 0, then square root of 0 is equal to 0. Means here sine 0 degree value is 0. Look here, when we take any angle, now here sine 0, then we go left or anti-clockwise. Okay, then this left side of thumb there is no finger, so we write 0 upon 4. Always write denominator 4. Therefore 0 upon 4 is equal to 0. Then square root of 0 is 0. Then sine 0 degree is 0. Now we take 30, sine 30 degree. Now anti-clockwise same way. After this forefinger or 30 degree, here left side only one finger, that is thumb. So we write here 1 upon always 4. I told now. Okay. Here we take square roots of this both. Therefore square root of 1 upon 4 means 1 upon 2. This is value of sine 30. Now we take sine 45. Now left of this or anti-clockwise, here 45 degree middle finger, here left side 2 fingers are left. So we write here 2 upon 4. Now 2 upon 4 means 2 ones are 2 and 2 twos are 4, division. Then we take here square roots. Square roots, that is square root of 1 upon 2. Square root of 1 is 1 and we don't know square root of 2. That is natural number, we don't know. So we write 1 upon root 2. This is the value of 45, sine 45 degree. Then we find value of sine 60 degree. Now here anti-clockwise, how many fingers left? 1, 2, 3. So we write here 3 upon always 4. then we take square root of this number, that is square root of 3 upon 4. We don't know square root of 3, that is natural number, we don't know, so we write square root of 3 as it is, and square root of 4 is 2. Then value of sine 60 degree is square root of 3 upon 2. Now we take sine 90. Sine 90, that is on this little finger. Now here left side of little finger there are 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers. So we write here 4 upon 4 means 1. When we take square root of this 1, then square root of 1 is 1. This way we find the values of sine and cos this way. For cos we go anti-clockwise. I will tell you afterwards. First I will complete this sine 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, and I have written here values according to the left over fingers. Okay, now I will tell you values of cosec. Now values of cosec 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, those are completely multiplicative inverse of sine 0 degree, that is multiplicative inverse of cosec 0 degree. Now look here. Now here 0 means denominator of 0 we take 1, means 0 upon any number then 0. Now we take multiplicative inverse of 0 upon 1, that is 1 upon 0. Now when denominator is 0, then the value is bigger, that is we say infinity. What is? That is we say infinity, we write this way. Or we write here not defined, not defined, this way we write here, or undefined. Write anyway infinity. You will study this in 11th and 12th standard, but now you simply write not defined. Then cosec 30 degree, this cosec 30 degree we will find here. Now what is the value of sine 30 degree? 1 upon 2. Then multiplicative inverse of 1 upon 2 is 2 upon 1 means 2. This way we will find out the values of cosec. Then cosec 45 degree. Cosec 45 degree, that is the multiplicative inverse of this means square root of 2 upon 1 is equal to square root of 2. Then cosec 60 degree is the multiplicative of sine 60 degree. Here sine 60 degree square root of 3 upon 2, so that becomes 2 upon root 3. This is very simple method to find out trigonometric ratios and their values by using our fingers. Okay, therefore this is our cosec 60 degree. Then cosec 90 degree. Here sine 90 degree 1 means 1 upon 1. Simply we say 1 upon 1. Then we write here cosec 90 degree 1 upon 1 means here also 1. This way we will find out the values of sine and cosec by using our left hand fingers. Now I will tell you how to find the values of a cos. Now values of cos by using these fingers of hands. Now look here carefully. When we find values of cos, then we go clockwise. This direction I have shown here, clockwise direction. Now look here carefully. Look here. cos 0 degree. When we take cos 0 degree, look here carefully, cos 0 degree, then how many fingers are to the right side or clockwise direction? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we write cos 0. Cos 0, that is 4 upon 4. Means look here. When we say here 0, cos 0, then 4 upon 4 is equal to 1. Then square root of 1 is 1. Okay, means we go this way from bottom to top, but here we say instead of 90 we say here 0 degree. Okay, then value of cos 0 degree, that is 1. Then here cos 30 degree, cos 30 degree, that is how many fingers to the right side? 1, 2, 3. Now suppose here 30, cos 30, cos 30, 3 fingers right side clockwise. After this 30, look here, 1, 2, 3. So 3 upon 4, always 4 is equal to, we take square root of this, then square root of 3 upon 4 is equal to root 3 upon 2. Means these are the values of cos. Cos here 0, cos 30 degree. Then we go here cos 45 degree. Look here, cos 45 degree. Now right side here 2 fingers. 2 fingers means 2 upon 4 is equal to 1 upon 2 is equal to, when we take square root of 1 upon 2, then we get square root of 1 is 1 and we don't know square root of 2, so we write as it is. Therefore, this is the value of cos 45, 1 upon root 2. Now we take cos 60. Cos 60, right side only one finger. Only one finger. So we write 1 upon 4. Look here, cos 60, not here 30, cos 60, 1 upon 4 is equal to square root of 1 upon 4 is equal to 1 upon 2. This is value of cos 60. This is value of cos 60. This is value of cos 45. This is value of cos 30 degree, and this is value of cos 0 degree. Now we will find out value of cos 90 degree. Now when we go clockwise direction, then after little finger, clockwise I am talking, then clockwise there is no any finger, so we say 0 upon 4. 4 always denominator, means here cos 90 degree, there is no any finger after for this little finger, so 0 upon 4 is equal to 0 is equal to root 0 is equal to 0. This is value of cos 90. Now with the help of these values of cos, we will find out the values of sec. Now here we write sec. Now values of sec, look here, the value of sec 0 degree, those are completely reverse of cos, means 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree. Those are completely reverse. Now here we will start from this 0 degree. Cos 0 degree value is 1. Cos 0 degree value is 1. So here sec 0 degree, sec 0 degree, that is also 1. Now here value of cos 30 root 3 upon 2, sec 30 I will write here this way, sec 30 degree means multiplicative inverse of root 3 upon 2, that is 2 upon root 3, and here this is sec 0 degree. I will write here sec 0 degree, that is equal to 1. Now here sec 45 degree, that is multiplicative inverse of 1 upon root 2, means sec 45 degree is equal to multiplicative inverse of this 1 upon root 2, means root 2. Now sec 60 degree, sec 60 degree, that is the multiplicative inverse of cos 60 degree, that is here 1 upon 2, then multiplicative inverse is 2, means 2 upon 1, and cos 90 degree is 0, cos 90 degree is 0, then sec 90 degree, sec 90 degree, look here, this cos 90 0, then we write 0 upon 1, therefore sec 90 degree is 1 upon 0, means not defined, that is not defined. This way we will find out the values of sine, cosec, cos and sec with the help of our fingers of hands. Now after this we will find out the values of tan and cot. Now look here, we know that formula for tan, look here carefully, tan 0 degree, when we take tan 0 degree, then we write here sine 0 degree upon cos 0 degree. Now sine 0 degree, sine 0 degree is 0, and cos 0 degree, cos 0 degree, that is 1, cos 0 degree, that is 1, so we write here 1. Therefore cos 0 degree, after putting value 1, then 0 upon 1 means 1, means tan 0 degree is 1. Then we will find out same way tan 30 degree. Tan 30 degree means sin 30 degree upon cos 30 degree. Sin 30 degree upon cos 30 degree is equal to sin 30 degree, sin 30 degree 1 upon 2. Now instead of this I will use or put here sign of division. This is sin 30 degree 1 upon 2 and cos 30 degree, cos 30 degree root 3 upon 2, root 3 upon 2. Now we take multiplicative inverse of root 3 upon 2, that is 2 upon root 3. So 2 2 cancel, therefore we get value 1 upon root 3. This is the value of tan 30. Same way we will find out tan 45 degree. We will use same formula, only 0 degree 30 degree we write here 45 degree. I am not writing here now. Tan 45 degree is equal to sin 45 degree upon cos 45 degree. Now value of sin 45 degree 1 upon root 2 divided by value of cos 45 also same. So we write 1 upon root 2 divided by 1 upon root 2, then we take multiplicative inverse of this, so we get 1 upon root 2 into root 2 upon 1. Therefore these are cancelled, so we get tan 45 is equal to 1. Same way we use for tan 60 degree. Tan 60 degree is equal to Sin 60 degree. Sin 60 degree value is root 3 upon 2. Root 3 upon 2 divided by cos 60 degree. Cos 60 degree 1 upon 2 is equal to, we take multiplicative inverse of 1 upon 2, that is 2 upon 1. So these are cancelled. Therefore value of tan 60 degree is root 3. Then finally we will find out tan 90 degree. Tan 90 degree means sin 90 degree. Value of sin 90 degree. Sin 90 degree is 1. Okay. And value of cos 90 degree. Cos 90 degree, that is 0. Cos 90 degree 0. Therefore this is also we say infinity or not defined. First, tan 0 degree is equal to sin 0 degree upon cos 0 degree is equal to 0 upon 1 is equal to 0. Then tan 45 degree is equal to 1 upon root 2 divided by 1 upon root 2. Then I told you, take multiplicative inverse of this 1 upon root 2, then we will get value 1. Then tan 60 degree is equal to sin 60 degree upon cos 60 degree, and tan 90 degree is equal to sin 90 degree upon cos 90 degree. This way we will find out values of tan 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. With the help of these values, we will find out the values of cot 0 degree to 90 degree. Now look here carefully. Now cot 0 degree, that is the multiplicative inverse of tan 0 degree. Now tan 0 degree is 0 upon 1. Then multiplicative inverse of 0 upon 1 is 1 upon 0. Means this is infinity, means not defined. Then we find out cot 30 degree. Cot 30 degree, that is multiplicative inverse of tan 30 degree. Tan 30 degree 1 upon root 3. Means here multiplicative inverse means denominator becomes numerator and numerator becomes denominator. Means 1 upon root 3 becomes root 3 upon 1. So value of cot 30 root 3. Don't write upon 1. Then we will find out cot 45 degree, that is multiplicative inverse of tan 45 degree. Tan 45 degree means 1, means 1 upon 1. Therefore multiplicative inverse of 1 upon 1 is 1 upon 1. Simply we write 1. Therefore this is cot 45 degree. Then we find out cot 60 degree. Cot 60 degree multiplicative inverse of tan 60 degree. Now here tan 60 degree, that is root 3. Now we write here upon 1 because we want to take multiplicative inverse of this. Therefore denominator becomes numerator and numerator becomes denominator. Therefore this is value of cot 60 degree. And finally we will find out value of cot 90 degree, that is multiplicative inverse of tan 90 degree. Tan 90 degree, that is not defined, means 1 upon 0. Okay, then 1 upon 0 becomes, means denominator becomes numerator, numerator becomes denominator, means 0 upon 1. means cot 90 degree value is 0. This way we will find out values of cot 0 to 90 degree by using multiplicative inverse of tan 0 degree to 90 degree.